I'm here for theories and theoreticals, and we will discuss your opinions. Do you understand me, or do you understand me? Let me open the short stream. I want to know your guys' best theoreticals while I play Minecraft. Wrong one. I'm here to know your intellectual minds. I want to learn about your intelligence. I want to see how genius you guys are. Please. I want to see the limits of your brain powers and how we compare mentally. Y'all get what my brain is spewing? You know, I don't have hitboxes on, and those really help. Hello, Bobas. What are the interworkings of your mind? See, I theoretically just murked that child. Very aggressively. That child is now dead because of me, theoretically. You never know. You see what I'm spinning, John? You feel what I'm putting down? You know, it's quite wild to say, hi, team, in chat. Give me your theories, Bobas. Ask me questions only an intellectual would know. Paint me like one of your French gals. How much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? Well, if we think about this scientifically, if a woodchuck could chuck wood, implying the woodchuck cannot chuck wood. So the real question is, why is it called a woodchuck if it cannot chuck the wood? See, only an intellectual like myself would think about the deep-rooting question in your theoretical. So, I believe if a woodchuck could chuck wood, with its body size and mass, yearly it could probably chuck about 4,000 logs a year. But that's a crazy theoretical, because that's if the woodchuck could even chuck the wood. Which is the real question of, why can't a woodchuck chuck wood if it's called a woodchuck? What is it chucking? Why does it hate wood? These are the real questions in life. I'm gonna hate I hate my life. This is what it's come to, Dad. Anything for the bag, you know? guys. Why did Blue take my bed? Nah, Mr. Blue. Now you're gonna get it. You've offended me. You've offended me on the day of my daughter's birthday. Yes, I don't know. Give me your theoreticals. I want to be scientifical, centrifugal, monomythical. It would have been crazy if that landed. I forgot I wasn't wearing my jetpack. Whoopsies. Come on, guys. I need a little bit more theoretical. You know, I am super rusty right now. What is happening? Oh, it's because I turned my DPI down because I was scrolling on YouTube. There we go. Any other theoreticals? Any questions? I'm here to be the Riddler and riddle me this. Squibble gobble wobble squabba-dabba da squam ding dong. I know. Intellectual. Give me questions like, if you had to theoretically fight 200 little kids, like six-year-olds max, how many do you think you could take out? Something like that. I want to be a mind-boggling sensation. I'm gonna boggle this kid's mind. Pause. My bad. Are you going to like and subscribe to my YouTube? I've got $20. Yeah, buddy. Bam 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 bing chong bam 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 bing chong bam 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 bing chong. Have y'all seen like the anime World War III intro? What came first, the chicken or the egg? Now, this is a very good theoretical because they both come from each other. The chicken comes from the egg, and the egg comes from the chicken. But which came first is what we are asking, not why. So, if we think about it like this, eggs come from chickens and fish. All creatures started as an amoeba. So, if we're gonna take that, the amoeba would evolve to go onto a fish, turn into so much stuff. It evolves, right? So, once our fish start evolving to lay eggs, this is before any land animals even are in the picture, not even a concept yet. So all these land animals are nowhere close to the future, but we're having fish laying eggs, we're having all these like microplanktons and stuff laying eggs. So clearly the answer to the question of is the chicken or the egg the original? It's the egg. Chickens come from the eggs, but also the animals adapted to lay eggs so that way they wouldn't have to be water bound anymore, because it's half aquatic and half land living animals that started laying eggs. You know what I mean, right, guys? We're just being theoretical. Theory. It's just a game theory. Bow, 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 bow. Boom. Thanks. Um. I've gotten two theoreticals. But no, like, to be actually honest, I do believe eggs came before chickens because we had semi-aquatic animals that would normally go back into the water to lay their eggs because it wouldn't have a hard, what's it called? The things eggshells are made out of, calcium. It wouldn't have a hard calcium shell. It would be gel-like, so that way it could be buoyant in the water. But animals evolved to lay eggs on land with a calcium shell, so that way they would be born with water inside the egg, but it was hard enough to protect itself. So I do believe the egg came before the chicken, and the woodchuck, if it could chuck wood, would chuck about 4,000 logs a year because of body shape and all that jazz.